It was a dark and stormy night, and I was driving on a deserted road in the middle of nowhere. The rain was pouring down in sheets, making it nearly impossible to see. Suddenly, my car skidded off the road and crashed into a ditch. I was stuck, with no cell phone service and no other cars in sight. I decided to walk in the direction I thought was the nearest town, hoping to find help. The rain continued to pelt me mercilessly, and I was shivering from the cold. As I walked, I heard strange noises coming from the surrounding woods. It sounded like footsteps, but they were too heavy and too many to be a normal person. I tried to ignore it and keep walking, but the noises grew louder and closer. Eventually, I came across an old abandoned mansion, and I decided to take shelter inside. The inside of the mansion was dark and foreboding, and the sound of dripping water echoed through the halls. I found a candle and lit it, hoping to see better. But as I walked through the mansion, I realized that I was not alone. I could hear whispering voices and footsteps following me wherever I went. I tried to ignore it, telling myself that it was just my imagination. But then I heard a blood-curdling scream. It sounded like it was coming from somewhere deep within the mansion. I tried to run, but I found myself trapped in a room with no escape. As I looked around the room, I noticed that there were strange symbols etched into the walls. The whispers and footsteps grew louder, and I realized that I was not alone in the room. In the flickering candlelight, I saw a figure emerge from the shadows. It was a woman, but her face was twisted in a grotesque expression. She was covered in blood, and she held a large knife in her hand. I tried to run, but she was too fast. She cornered me, and I knew that I was going to die. But then she disappeared into thin air. I was in shock, and I didn't know what to do. But then I heard a voice whisper in my ear. "You shouldn't have come here," it said. I turned around, but no one was there. I realized that I had stumbled upon a cursed mansion and that my life was in grave danger. I tried to run, but the mansion wouldn't let me leave. I was trapped, and I knew that I would never escape alive.